Welcome to Japan Glimpsed. This is the YouTube channel companion to a blog I've maintained on and off for over 20 years now, Glimpses of Japan. I wanted to explore a different format, different medium, and so this is my first shot. As you can see, I'm not in any sort of studio. In fact, I'm at work in the office I share with a fellow English teacher. We both teach at a small liberal arts college in the north of Japan. I've lived in the country for about 30 years, been a teacher for most of that time. I did briefly try out guided touring, but got frustrated with that very quickly. This is my second university gig. I was an ALT for about 17 years and grew tired of that many years before I gave that up. Fortunately, there was a university job in the area, and that didn't last very long, but it didn't take much time to find the current position I occupy. So today I'm going to introduce a remarkable book called Saru to Hito to Mori, a monkey, a man and a forest. It looks like a children's book, and in a way it is, but in a way it really isn't. It was written by Ishikawa Takuboku, published in 1907 in an obscure sort of alumni magazine, and I'm not sure that any copies, how many copies were published, if any of them still survives. The copy I have was published over 100 years later by an NPO in Tokyo, and I have a printing dating back to 2015. As far as I know, no further printings were made. This was very difficult to find online. Amazon did not have it. Rakuten did not have it. But an auction site did, and there was only one. So I was very fortunate to get this. Interestingly, in addition to the author's original texts, there is a Japanese translation, and that's because the Japanese that Ishikawa, the author, used is quite outdated in significant ways. The characters cannot even be read now, or as in pronounced, read, understood by Japanese themselves. And so very helpfully, this edition includes a slightly abridged and simplified Japanese version, a more contemporary version of Japanese. Just a word about the author before getting into the book. Ishikawa Takuboku was born in the 19th year of Meiji. That's 1886 it was. He died at the age of 26 in 1912. Published the book when he was 21 years old. And it is remarkable to me that a 21-year-old would have written this, and remarkable at how prescient it is about the 20th century, then the 21st century. In addition to being a lyricist, a poet, an essayist, and the writer of this book, Ishikawa was a proofreader for multiple magazine companies, newspaper companies, and he also taught primary school. Just a very interesting individual person. So I'm working on an English translation of this story. I'm not aware that any exists at the moment, and I'm hoping to publish the translation later this year in the university's journal. So, without any further preamble, the story. A monkey, a man, a forest. A man walked into a forest. A monkey was sitting on a branch of a tall tree. From his lofty perch, the monkey had a bird's eye view of the forest floor. Calling out to the man, the monkey said, Hey you, we monkeys are your ancestors, so why is it you look down on your own family? The man replied, Dolt, if we civilized humans are truly the descendants of apes, where does our exceptional grandeur and heroic nature come from? Humans, descended from the likes of you? Simply unthinkable. The monkey. It appears that humans are to be pitied. You've already forgotten the past, and those who forget the past have no future. Miserable person, I wonder if the era of human extinction isn't drawing near. No sooner have you set out on your way than you forget where you're going and how to get there. This ignorance and neglect will surely lead to your destruction. The man, his dander up, retorted, The cheek! You seem to have forgotten you are merely simian. You creatures have just a few strands of fur to cover your nakedness, while we humans, well, look at me. We're the most splendid beings in creation, the masters of the universe, no less. Such presumption. You'll never be our equals, miserable creatures that you are. You have no houses. You wear no clothes. You stuff yourselves with nuts and other rubbish, while we dine on the finest delicacies, of which you beasts can have no conception. Know thy place. The monkey continued. Far from being inconvenienced by having just 3 hairs, as you sneeringly suggest, we have the perfect natural covering for comfort and protection throughout the year. Any additional fur would be too warm. And as for not having a home, as you scoffed just now, you're standing in it now. And not just this forest either, but all the forests of the world, our home sweet home to us. Moreover, we freely allow you to come and go here, yet you never greet us. I suppose that's just how humans express gratitude. Enraged, the man bellowed, Come down from there. Come down this instant. I dare you to stand before me and repeat that. The monkey unruffled. So my guest is the violent type, is that it? Well, since I'm the master of this forest, I can do whatever I please. And as guest, you must abide by the master's rules. What I'd really like is for you to climb up here and regale yourself on some of these tasty nuts. Speechless, the man merely glared at the creature beckoning to him from far up in the forest canopy. Resumed the monkey, humans ought to be pitied. They have hands, but can't use them for standing. They have feet, but can't use them for grasping. Behold, my 4 feet perform double duty as hands, and yet you humans were once as agile as monkeys. Why, I'd say you're regressing. Humans have become lazy, and clumsiness is the result. Moreover, your neglect and hubris grow by the day. You humans boast of your advanced technology, but in truth, the only thing your fancy contraptions bring about is more human misery. Impertinent creature, get down here this instant, roared the man. The monkey continued, Look around you. Do you see any other creatures in such decline as humans? I don't. Look at us, with whom you share an ancestor. We monkeys move about freely, whether on the ground or up in the air, swinging from tree to tree. You used to be like us, the forest for a home, but now you live on the ground with the snakes and frogs. I don't know what to call this, maybe not corruption, but think about it. Humans on the ground, monkeys in the treetops. Who's closer to heaven? Who's nearer hell? Man, hateful creature, make no mistake, we humans could cut down all your precious trees. Where would you be then? You'd have to bend the knee and beg your masters for mercy, that's where. Monkey, well, the truth will out in the end. At last we see just how deranged humans can be, forever cutting down forests, leveling mountains, filling in rivers, and paving the plains. Yet your roads lead not to heaven, but to the gates of hell. You people have already disowned your ancestors and violated the natural order. I doubt there are more accursed creatures in the world than you. The monkey finished speaking, and the man looked positively miserable. He sensed the truth of what had been said, but he couldn't acknowledge it. Gritting his teeth, the man prepared to leave the forest. Observing this, the monkey said, "Dear visitor, where are you going?" The man, his voice quavering, Wait a bit. I'm sorry for what I said earlier," he added reluctantly. "Look, just wait here for a bit while I go home to get my gun." Suddenly, out of nowhere, a volley of chestnuts rained down on the man's head. "Damn this monkey, what am I to do?" the man mused. In a flash, the monkey was gone. The boughs creaked, the leaves rustled, but the old monkey, leaping from branch to branch, farther and farther away into the mountains where the sun really shines, had vanished from view. Saru to Hito to Mori. A monkey, a man, and a forest. Well, there is an epilogue written by Ishikawa, which I'll share on another time, as well as just how I came about to have this book, how I learned of it, and a little bit of Meiji era background and Japan's first environmental disaster that Ishikawa Takuboku might have been moved by to write this story. Well, thank you for hanging in to the very end. Until next time, sayonara.